Despite his age, which is 82, the president spoke live. He was not on tape like his predecessor was in 2021. And I have to say, he was as feisty as I've seen him in quite some time. President Biden said it has been an honor to serve the country, and then he boarded a steam train to Oklahoma. But Trump threw such a tantrum about it, Speaker Mike Johnson ordered all U.S. flags at the Capitol to fly at full staff on Inauguration Day.
Take a good look at this image of Donald Trump hugging an American flag. Now, imagine that flag trying desperately to wiggle out of his grasp while he whispers, "You will never fly at half staff again." Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Creepy, right? Well, buckle up, Buttercup, because that's just the tip of the star-spangled iceberg in today's video about Trump's latest flag fiasco. Well, folks, it looks like our favorite orange-tinted drama queen is at it again.
Half staff for Trump's inauguration because there's a traditional 30-day mourning period following a president's death. Jimmy Carter passed away on December 29th. So you know the flag, the American flags on all federal buildings, they're supposed to be at half staff. They decided to do it tonight because tomorrow is Matlock night on CBS. Donald Trump, meanwhile, is getting ready for his big quinceañera. He really has his party by the inaugural balls.
Trump's latest tantrum is all about flags. And boy, is it a doozy. Picture this. Grumpy Trumpy stomping around the White House lawn, yelling at flags like they personally insulted his hair. It's like a toddler having a meltdown in the patriotic aisle of Party City. So here's the deal. Trump found out that on Inauguration Day, the flags were going to be at half staff to honor Jimmy Carter. Now you'd think honoring a former president would be a no-brainer, right? Wrong. Our boy Donnie Diapers couldn't handle the idea of those stars and stripes not being at full attention for his big day. Next thing you know, Trump's demanding all flags be raised to full staff immediately. He's got the White House staff running around like headless chickens, measuring every single flagpole with a Trump-branded ruler. Can you imagine? These poor staffers are out there in the cold, frantically adjusting flags while Trump watches from his golf cart, munching on a bucket of KFC. It's like a twisted version of the Olympics, but instead of going for gold, they're going for how high can we stroke Trump's ego. But wait, it gets better. In true Trump fashion, he decides to give himself a fancy new title. Ladies and gentlemen, meet the supreme leader of Flag Heights. I guess president just wasn't cutting it anymore. And because no Trump moment is complete without some excessive showboating, he demands a 21-gun salute. Because nothing says, "I'm totally secure," and not at all compensating for anything, like a bunch of loud bangs, right? Now, you'd think someone would step in and say, "Hey, maybe this is a bit much." But nope. Mike Johnson, bless his heart, caves faster than a sandcastle at high tide. He orders the Capitol flags raised, probably while muttering, "What have I gotten myself into?" under his breath. And how does Trump celebrate this momentous victory in the Great Flag War of 2024? By hugging a flag so hard, it probably considered filing for a restraining order. I mean, we've all seen Trump get cozy with Old Glory before, but this time it looked like he was trying to merge with it and become some sort of star-spangled supervillain. Hold on to your MAGA hats, folks, because Trump's latest stunt is going to make flag hugging look downright normal. He's just appointed Elon Musk to head up a new Department of Government Efficiency. Yeah, you heard that right. The guy who can't even keep his own tweets in check is now in charge of streamlining Uncle Sam. This ought to be good. Trump, in his infinite wisdom, announced that Musk will have his very own office in the White House complex. Because nothing says, drain the swamp, like inviting a billionaire Twitter troll to set up shop next to the Oval Office. I mean, who needs experienced government officials when you can have a guy who names his kids after math equations? Critics are worried about conflicts of interest and Musk's erratic behavior. You don't say. It's not like Musk has a history of tweeting himself into trouble or anything. Oh wait, he does. But hey, maybe his shoot first, ask questions later approach to social media will work wonders for government policy. What could possibly go wrong? Musk's first brilliant idea? Replace all government vehicles with Teslas that run on patriotism fuel. Because nothing says efficient government like replacing affordable, reliable cars with luxury EVs that catch fire when you look at them funny. I can just see the Secret Service trying to outrun bad guys in a Cybertruck. Talk about a low-speed chase. But wait, there's more. Musk's got a plan to solve the national debt. He wants to sell NFTs of classified documents. Because if there's one thing that screams national security, it's turning top-secret info into digital trading cards. Who needs state secrets when you can have a JPEG of nuclear launch codes? I'm sure China and Russia will be first in line to buy those. Not content with just messing with the executive branch, Musk took to Twitter to announce his plans to colonize Congress. He wants to rename it Elon's super cool space government. Because that's exactly what our founding fathers had in mind when they created a system of checks and balances. I'm sure James Madison is rolling in his grave fast enough to power a small city. As if all this wasn't concerning enough, people are starting to worry about a private citizen with government contracts having this much power. I mean, it's not like Musk has any vested interest in government policies that could affect his multiple companies, right? Oh wait, he does. But I'm sure he'll put the country's interests first, just like he put Twitter's interests first when he… Oh, never mind. Well, folks, it looks like our favorite billionaire troll is getting a fancy new government gig. Elon Musk, the guy who can't resist tweeting himself into hot water, is now set to have his own office in the White House. Talk about a fox guarding the hen house. But seriously, this appointment is raising more red flags than a communist parade. Critics are worried that having a private citizen with more business ties than a tangled ball of yarn in such a powerful position is a recipe for disaster. It's like putting a kid in charge of a candy store. Sure, it sounds fun, but we all know how that's gonna end. As we stumble towards Inauguration Day, it seems like every political norm is being tossed out the window faster than Trump's toupee in a windstorm. What's next? Replacing the presidential limo with a SpaceX rocket? At this rate, we might as well rename the White House Musk Manor and call it a day. Stay tuned, folks. This political circus is just getting started, and the clowns are definitely running the show.